Well, this is Father Jim Northrup, and I would like to take the opportunity to welcome you to the Pastor's Corner for the week of March 8th. This week I'd like to talk about a topic of great importance, but also probably a great controversy, and that is same-sex attraction or homosexuality and the Catholic Church's position on this issue. You know, once when I was first ordained, somebody wandered into confession, and they were behind the screen, and they said that I need to leave the Catholic Church. And I thought, well, this is an odd way to start your confession. And I said, well, why? And they said, well, I'm gay and I can't be a part of the Catholic Church. And I begged them to make an appointment with me, and I handed around the corner of the screen a business card and said, please come talk to me because I need to talk to you about this issue. There's so many misunderstandings, and I don't think you need to leave the Catholic Church over this. Well, the person never followed up and made an appointment with me, and I still pray for them to this day. But I think it just highlights the problem in our church that there are a lot of extremes. There are people that would say the church is completely backwards on this issue. It's excluding people, making them not feel welcome, putting them down, discriminating. And then there are people that, well, you have no place in the Catholic Church if you're dealing with this issue in your life. And those are two extremes we want to avoid. I think there's another way that we can approach this. And I recently found a resource that I thought was very good and helpful, and it's by a company called BLACKSTONE Films, and these people have put together a documentary called The Third Way. The Third Way, and I'll provide information at the end of this Pastor's Corner for you to view it, and I hope you will view it. And it provides a story of several men and women who have been on this road and kind of their struggles and journey into the Catholic Church, and by listening to their stories and some of the more disappointing experiences they've had, I think it can help us better prepare to address this issue in a loving and pastoral way, which is often, as I said, missing in the world today. And so we need to be able to welcome people and yet invite them into that relationship with Jesus Christ that completely changes a life, and the openness and docility to the Holy Spirit. That's why I became a priest. I want to lead people to Christ, to let Him take the reins of their hearts, and to help them work through all the difficulties and issues that we all deal with called conversion within our lifetime. And the thought that somebody would feel excluded and not even able to talk about their experiences, I find that incredibly sad. And so I think this is a great resource and a great example of the new evangelization, where we've been called upon to use media, video, different ways to reach out to people and help them understand what the church is actually saying, because the teaching of the church so often never gets out. The media is incredibly biased, it's not represented there, and even in the church, it's either glossed over and not talked about, or if it is talked about, it raises so many emotions. Obviously many people in our parishes, our parents have children who identify themselves as being gay. They feel very hurt sometimes by the way they've been treated, and it's just a very intense topic surrounded by a lot of emotion, and I understand that. But I'd like to invite you to view this video, and I would love to get your feedback. If you could email me, if you're in the parish, talk to me in person about what you think about it. What do you think about these people's stories and about the way this is presented? I personally saw it and I thought this could be a great resource to open up dialogue and to help us talk about this issue, and to try to be a little more friendly and welcoming to people who may feel excluded, and to just listen to their story and not be so quick to pass judgment or be impatient with people. And that's what everyone's looking for. We all have this desire for God. We have a desire for beauty and truth, and it would be an awful thing for us to shut the door in people's faces and say, you're not welcome here because of this or that. So we don't want to be that way, and Pope Francis has been challenging us to be a more friendly church. Now that doesn't mean we need to compromise our beliefs on the truth and the beauty of human sexuality, that sex is a wonderful gift that God has given us, is to be used responsibly, ordered towards love of God and love of neighbor, and it's supposed to be in the context of marriage and open to life. We still believe that, but I think there's a way that we can reach out to people with love and respect. You heard that last weekend if you were hearing my homily. And to talk to them about this issue and that they can be part of our church, and we want them to be part of our church as well. So please take a few moments to watch this video. It's about 38 minutes long. It's free. It's on the internet, and I'll provide a link in just a moment. And then if you have the chance, and I understand if you don't, we're all busy, but I'd love to hear your feedback or your comments about it and what you think about how it was put together and just its impact in your life. Thank you very much, and tune in next week for another edition of the Pastor's Corner.